Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Just imagining a duo with Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic, and still playing for our Los Angeles Lakers. And this could happen, as long as Giannis Antetokounmpo asks for a trade. He is unhappy at the Bucks, and executive Rob Pelinka assembles a package of players to send to the Bucks. It will logically be necessary to include Austin Reaves in the deal. Bringing Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic together and still having the support of LeBron James for another season, it will be easy to say that the Lakers will be the new super team in the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers could strike big once again and put together a blockbuster trade package that pairs Giannis Antetokounmpo with LeBron James and Luka Doncic. The Los Angeles Lakers already pulled off one of the biggest heists in NBA history by landing Luka Doncic in exchange for Anthony Davis before the trade deadline. Now, Rob Pelinka might be brilliant enough to do it again. After a first-round flameout against the Phoenix Suns in 5 games, the pressure in LA is cranked to maximum because their roster might not have been championship material. LeBron James isn't getting any younger, Luka is entering his prime, and the window to build an untouchable super team is right now. Meanwhile, Giannis Antetokounmpo's future in Milwaukee has never looked more uncertain. The Bucks suffered a humiliating first-round exit at the hands of the Indiana Pacers, and league sources confirm Giannis has already started serious talks with management about where this team is headed. At 30, with another All-NBA season under his belt, Giannis is watching Milwaukee's title window slam shut while teams like Boston, Indiana, and Cleveland surge ahead. And according to insiders, if Giannis forces his way out, Los Angeles is reportedly at the top of his wish list. For the Lakers, the mission is clear: build the NBA's next unstoppable Big Three without breaking up their current core of LeBron and Luka. The pieces are there, the urgency is real, and Pelinka has shown he's not afraid to swing for the fences. Let's put together a trade package that sends Giannis to LA and examine how it would affect all parties involved. Los Angeles Lakers receive Giannis Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee Bucks receive Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Knecht, 2031 first-round pick, 2026 first-round pick swap. Los Angeles Lakers create greatest Big Three ever. If this deal goes down, the Lakers would have the greatest Big Three the NBA has ever seen. LeBron James, even at 40, is still an elite floor general who just averaged 24.4 points and 8.2 assists this season. Luka Doncic, fresh off a monster 2024-25 campaign where he posted 28.2 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 7.7 assists per game, is the engine of this team's offense for the next decade. Add Giannis Antetokounmpo, still the most dominant two-way force in basketball with 30.4 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per game, and you're talking about 3 generational talents with 0 defensive weak links and unmatched playoff pedigree. The fit is mouth-watering. Luka can run point, LeBron can pick his spots as a secondary creator, and Giannis can terrorize defenses as the ultimate rim runner and defensive anchor. For the first time in his career, Giannis wouldn't have to carry the full scoring load every night. He can focus on being an elite finisher, defender, and transition monster while Luka and LeBron create offense. And let's be real, no defense in the league can handle a spread floor with Luka's stepbacks, LeBron's drives, and Giannis crashing the paint like a freight train. For the Lakers, this is an all-time flex from Rob Pelinka. After pulling off the shocker of last summer with the Luka deal, landing Giannis would make back-to-back off-seasons of pure front office dominance. It would instantly make LA the championship favorite for 2026 and create a level of star power we haven't seen since the Heat-less or Warriors super team days, except, on paper, even scarier. This is how you maximize LeBron's final seasons and secure the franchise's post-LeBron future at the same time. Is this Lakers offer enough to acquire Giannis in all-in-trade scenario? On paper, this is a solid offer. The Lakers are giving up 4 rotation players, including a rising star in Reaves, plus future picks that could become valuable down the road. But is it enough to land a 2-time MVP still in his prime? That's where things get tricky. Milwaukee would have to be fully convinced that Giannis is ready to leave and that no other team, say, a team like the Thunder with a mountain of picks, is willing to blow them away with a bigger offer. From the Bucks' perspective, this package brings a balance of present-day talent and future flexibility. But there's no blue-chip, all-NBA level star coming back in this deal. If Milwaukee's front office is determined to stay relevant and avoid a total teardown, this offer could appeal. Reeves, Rui, Vanderbilt, and Connect would instantly plug in around Damian Lillard when he returns from major injury and keep the Bucks competitive. But if they're aiming for a full-scale rebuild with maximum draft assets, they might want more picks and a younger centerpiece. Ultimately, this offer puts pressure on Giannis himself. If he makes it clear that LA is his preferred destination and he won't sign long-term anywhere else, then the Bucks' leverage drops, and the Lakers' package starts to look more than reasonable. In that case, yes, this could absolutely be enough to pull off the trade of the decade. But make no mistake, LA would be pushing all their chips in, gutting their depth to create the ultimate Big Three. Another signing that could happen at a big center. Another Mavericks-Lakers trade feels inevitable, and Luka Doncic would be thrilled. The Dallas Mavericks' miserable season officially came to a close a few weeks ago after they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies in the second round of the play-in tournament, and all eyes are now on the offseason. In less than a week, fans will officially find out what pick the Mavericks will have in the 2025 NBA Draft, as they have the 11th best odds to land the number 1 overall pick. Landing the number 1 pick and having a shot at drafting Cooper Flagg may be one of the only things that can make up for Nico Harrison trading Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers days before the trade deadline. This move ripped the hearts out of Mavericks fans, as they never expected Doncic to get traded, and all eyes were on him after Dallas didn't make the playoffs. The Lakers ended up making the playoffs but got bounced in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Doncic has gotten plenty of criticism over the last few days. Doncic's defense has been obliterated by the media, and even J.J. Redick said that certain players on the team need to get into better shape, and Doncic definitely falls into that category. Mavericks and Lakers could explore Gafford for Hachimura swap. The Lakers also enter a crucial offseason, as they badly need center depth to be true contenders next season, and ESPN's Tim McMahon recently floated a trade idea between the Mavericks and Lakers that would have Doncic jumping for joy. On a recent episode of The Hoop Collective, McMahon floated the idea of the Mavericks trading Daniel Gafford to the Lakers in exchange for a package centered around Rui Hachimura and draft capital. While there are no specific reports out there right now suggesting the Mavericks are looking to trade Gafford this summer, it's not a secret that he was in trade rumors last season, and Dallas signing him to a new contract after next season while also having to eventually pay Derek Lively too big money in the future would be a huge risk. It would make the most sense to trade Gafford now rather than losing him for nothing next summer, if Dallas doesn't plan on bringing him back, and he just happens to fit exactly what Los Angeles needs. With Doncic now running the show, he needs a big man who can catch lobs at an elite level and protect the rim, and those are the exact skills that Gafford brings every single night. This move would thrill Doncic, as he and Gafford built great chemistry in Dallas, so much so that Gafford has considered playing for the Slovenian national team with Doncic in the future, and the Lakers would be putting their squad in a great position to contend for a title. On Dallas' end, they would be getting a stretch four who can score in bunches and knock down open shots, and that's exactly what they need to get the offense rolling on their new-look roster. They have to add more shooting around Anthony Davis to make him fit better, and adding someone like Hachimura while trading Gafford would allow Jason Kidd to play Davis more at the 5 rather than feeling obligated to play him at the 4 for most of his minutes. With both Gafford and Lively too on the roster, it doesn't give Davis the chance to play the 5 as much, and it seems wise to potentially explore trading Gafford or Lively too to give the Mavs more roster flexibility. It seems more likely that they'd trade Gafford than Lively too, and while the proposed trade between the Mavs and Lakers is just a thought for now, it's not impossible. LeBron taking a pay cut could solve all the Lakers' problems. The Los Angeles Lakers, as presently constructed, are not close to title contention. That much was made heartbreakingly clear after they were just hit with the gentleman's end of the broom by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Lakers have Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves, but they're in dire need of a true center and multiple players that can be counted on to defend and space the floor. Those things aren't cheap in today's NBA, and President of Basketball Operations Rob Pelinka has to worry about the cap with every move he makes. LeBron has a player option that he'll need to decide on this summer, specifically by June 29. It may sound unlikely, but Lakers fans are hoping that he opts out and comes back with a reduced salary. This would facilitate the moves that need to happen to give LA a better shot at its 18th title. Is there any chance of that happening? LeBron has done everything in his power to inject himself into the GOAT conversation. It's unnecessary, of course, as his career accomplishments more than speak for themselves. Still, he knows deep down that the biggest thing separating him from Michael Jordan is rings. MJ has 6, LeBron has 4, and time is running perilously short to make up ground. LeBron stands will point to his 10 finals appearances, but nobody wants to hear how close you got to the top of the mountain. They want to know if you reached the summit. Even if he doesn't get to 6 rings like MJ, getting within 1 could take the sting out of that argument and give him a much better case in the GOAT discussion. To that end, one Reddit user put forth a proposal: instead of opting in next year for $52 million, come back for $40 million instead. Obviously it's still a ton of money, even in this economy, but that extra wiggle room could allow the Lakers to bring in multiple bigs that could make a difference, such as Nick Claxton, Steven Adams, and/or Clint Capella. Are they enough to transform the Lakers from first-round flameouts to finals contenders? There's only one way to find out. LeBron has the chance to prove that winning is the most important thing to him. The Lakers may seem far away from being a top team, but that's not really true. They won 50 games despite having very obvious roster holes, and they ran into a bad matchup by facing a Timberwolves team that could physically bully them. Keep in mind though that Luka had only a couple of months to get acclimated to his new teammates and environment, and JJ Redick was still a rookie coach. With an entire offseason to work with, the Lakers should be much improved even if they stood pat this summer. It's easy for fans to suggest that a superstar athlete should play for less money. It's also not very realistic, or really all that fair, if we're being honest about it. LeBron has been paid handsomely over the course of his career, but he's been worth every penny and then some. This isn't a proposal that would make sense with 99.9% of pro athletes, but for someone whose legacy is so important to him, it could make sense for LeBron. Look to the NFL, where Tom Brady is considered the GOAT not only for winning 7 Super Bowls, but due to the fact that he often took a salary that was less than other top quarterbacks to help the Patriots front office surround him with championship-caliber players. Besides, even though he's made more money playing in the NBA than any other player ever, LeBron has a history of accepting less than the max to help his team win. He did it with the Heat, and he's done it with the Lakers. Lakers veteran should already have his bags packed for new team. Los Angeles should part ways with this big man once free agency starts. The Los Angeles Lakers will need to retool their roster this summer as Rob Pelinka continues to do his best to build a championship team around its centerpieces in LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Being a professional athlete is a "what have you done for me lately" type of occupation. This is no shock to anyone who follows the Big Four leagues in the United States of America. With that being the case, seeing the Purple and Gold push a member of its most recent championship team out the door this offseason will not come as a surprise to fans of the Lakers. Perhaps more than any other team, Los Angeles prioritizes championships over all else, as raising the team's next banner is the franchise's goal year in and year out. Lakers Markieff Morris should already have his bags packed for new team. Morris joined the Lakers at the trade deadline as he was part of the package sent to Los Angeles by the Dallas Mavericks as part of the Luka Doncic trade. After joining the Purple and Gold for the stretch run, Morris played sparingly, making just 2 starts in 8 total appearances for the Lakers. Limited time on the court led to limited opportunities for Morris to make meaningful contributions to the team's success, as the former Kansas Jayhawks standout averaged 5.5 points, 2.1 assists, and 1.9 rebounds in 15.5 minutes per game. Those numbers are relatively easy to replicate by bringing in another body. Given the fact that Morris will be 36 years old by the time training camp opens this fall, the likelihood that he'll be a difference maker on the hardwood for Los Angeles is slim to none. Fortunately, this can be as clean of a break as there is in the NBA, as Morris is not under contract for the 2025-26 campaign. The frontcourt was a major issue for the Purple and Gold in their opening round playoff loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves and will be an area prioritized by the front office when seeking out prospects in the draft and free agents. While Morris may have been able to help fill that role at one point in his NBA career, those days have seemingly passed him by. As a result, the best thing the Lakers could do is to wish him well and thank him for his contributions to the franchise.